we get the treat of starting tonight with Natick's own singer, songwriter, and local entertainer, Mr. David Polansky.
I'm not sure why I'm playing that, actually. My name is David Polansky, and I'm a musician, and because it looks like we have a lot of younger siblings in the audience, I would like everybody in the audience to say the word musician. Say it one more time. And I want to make sure that nobody thinks that I'm going to pull a rabbit out of a hat or make something disappear or saw somebody in half and put them back together again. Because a lot of times when I tell young people that I'm a musician, they think that I do tricks. But I don't do tricks, I'm a musician and I play the trumpet. And my trumpet usually sounds like this. And I play the keyboard, and my keyboard usually sounds like this. I haven't always been a musician. I started out a long time ago as a baby. It was a hot summer day. It was a hot summer day in 1945, and my mom was expecting a baby, me. And all of a sudden, the people in my parents' neighborhood heard this. Well, the very same year that I got married, my wife got married, and then 5 years later, something even more wonderful happened. What happened? Right, so did my wife. And first we had a baby boy, and then a couple of years later we had a baby girl. They're all grown up now, but one day, when our son was 3 years old, I was sitting at the piano, minding my own business. I was sitting at the piano, minding my own business, when a little voice came from behind and said, and I looked over and my son was rocking back and forth just like I used to do with my brother. And he said, and I said, what? And he said, do you know an alligator song? And I said, no, I don't know an alligator song. And he said, well, you're a musician. Could you write an alligator song? So I said, sure. And he said, do it. And I said, okay, what's the magic word? And he said, please. So I did it. I wrote this alligator song, never knowing what was going to come of it. With a tail that whomps and a mouth that chomps, I slither through the southern swamps. With a tail so long and jaws so strong, you better not run, alligator. You'll discover now or later. Don't fool around with me. Give yourselves a big round of applause. And you may be seated. When he is frightened, he produces such an awful smell, it makes your nose say, set me free. He's black and white, comes out at night, and almost never bites. He eats his meals from garbage cans when the lids are not on tight. He's not a chipmunk, no. He's not a gopher, And if he lifts his tail, you better up and hit the trail, cause he's a skunk. I said he's a skunk. One more time, he's a skunk. Good job, guys. Thank you. I'm going to play a melody, and I want somebody in the audience to tell me what country this makes you think of. Yes. Egypt, good, because that's the melody that I used for my camel song. Armadillos live in places where there used to be a lot of cowboys, so I chose this kind of a style. Now, when cowboys get excited, they like to say, yee-haw! So if I happen to raise my hand like this during the song, I need the whole audience to say, yee-haw! Oh, you guys are wonderful. Armadillo. Armadillo. All right. I can dig like a backhoe. It drives the worms wacko, but you never want to use me for a pillow. I'm a 9-banded armadillo, and I'm older than Adam and Eve. Kindly repeat after me. This is a song whose words tell what happens if all I ever eat is the stuff that's very sweet. Here's your line. Every time I sing it, I want you to sing it right back at me. I like dessert. Because when it comes to food, I'm not too fond of what is good for me. Well, I like dessert. Don't talk about whose life I'm saving or about my riboflavin. That's a kind of vitamin. It really disturbs me how my loving and kind-hearted parents have a taste for the scariest foodstuffs known to man. It's downright amazing that my otherwise rational parents eat asparagus and Brussels sprouts and tofu and alfalfa sprouts and other kinds of sick-containing garbage. I like dessert. The thought of eating liver makes my stomach start to quiver. I like dessert. But now I am aware of what I eat and what is good for me. While I like dessert, dessert in moderation is the rule. 'Cause if all you ever eat is the stuff that's very sweet, you know what happens? Infinitely worse than you get fat. Unthinkably worse than cavities. Unimaginably worse than it rots your teeth.